Hello, everyone, and welcome. Strong as possible, dude. Method Feinberg versus Method NiceTwice.
Y-
Um, dang.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be interesting. I do believe, I don't know if the bracket is actually, I think it's seeded by PB, so Feinberg is like 13th seed ish. But if you know Feinberg and how he competes in tourneys, it is definitely going to be a lot higher than 13th seed. We'll just say that.
Yeah, Feinberg has kind of been the unstoppable monster so far in tournaments. Man, last time he lost a tournament was ages ago. It's hard to even remember. His We all remember Feinberg with his epic throws,
Yeah,
basically beating seeds faster than anyone else and throwing quite literally at the very end multiple times. It's been so long since he did throw. He's won many tournaments, seemingly unstoppable. So we'll see. NiceTwice and Feinberg have gone head to head before, I believe, in the method events. I think so. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, this will be a testament to see if anyone can take down the legend here, so to speak.
yeah, no, definitely. Um, oh, it looks like the countdown is starting. Uh, unless I'm mistaken. Nope, I'm
Yeah, we'll
right.
do. I mean, it's first seed, first match, and every Minecraft tournament has a little bit of scuff in it. So I'm expecting to see a lot more, but I think things are running pretty smoothly so far. We'll see. Hopefully, it'll be a tight show today. There's going to be 3 matches today. After this, it's going to be who is it?
I
Doug
believe Cube and
versus Q.
Doug. Yeah.
Q versus Doug, and then Molly G versus Minecraft after that. And we've got more matches the following 4 days.
Yeah, definitely, it's going to be
Man.
super exciting. Just to talk a little bit about the rules, just so people, I guess, are a little bit more familiar. So obviously, 1v1, I think anyone can see that. And it is each round is best of 3. So as T-Wag said, Tomothy Wags, this will be the first seed of could be 2 seeds, could be 3 seeds. It depends on who wins each round, pretty much. But first to win 2, so best of 3. We'll move on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that is my real name, as everyone knows, is Tomothy Wags. As everyone doxes me all the time. It's fine. Yeah, but no, these seeds, it's gonna be interesting as we already see a blacksmith with more than 10 obsidian. We see NiceTwice building an insanely fast portal, Feinberg doing the same. These seeds are going to be good seeds. There's not anything strictly guaranteed. Obviously, they're going to be good tournament setting seeds. They have been seed found to be interesting. There's a bastion and fortress we see right away from Feinberg, so this looks like an incredible seed to start us off. We'll see what variety. Each tournament has their different style, difficulty challenges, some very easy. So this one seems to be very good right off the bat. Tournament data pack standardizes blaze rod drops, barters, and iron golem will always give you 5 iron. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe the rates are seed dependent as well, so it's not like they should get the same rates on this seed, but potentially the next seed, we'll see. But Feinberg already in the Bastion, again, kind of showing that aggressive play style he's really known for in tournaments, is he wants to be first. We've seen on NiceTwice sees both the Bastion, sees the Bastion, the one Bastion. And is also entering. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how these trades go for them.
Yeah, Feinberg known for being a minimalist, going as fast as possible. A lot of top runners now go for a minimalist overworld style, so getting into another insanely fast, usually low on food, low on beds. I see he has plenty of food though this time. Beds, I think he just has 1, which is pretty low. So I don't know. NiceTwice getting plenty of wood. I think NiceTwice has twice as much planks. His movement might be a little faster, but of course he didn't know the Nether was going to be insanely fast like this. I mean, you don't need many blocks to get to the base, the backside of this stables bastion. So Feinberg's strategy of going in as quickly as possible, paying off this time. It's not always going to pay off. Sometimes you're going to need a lot of blocks to get to the bastion. So I think Feinberg is going to be sent on pearls and pearling over to the fortress, maybe a minute ahead.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like you said, I mean, the aggressive playstyle is really paying off very well. The terrain's pretty nice. Obviously, very low distance. And looks like Fine gets the extra obby that he needs. So yeah, he should be out here. Has the fires and everything. Yeah. NiceTwice with 12 pearls, also making a push. I can't. Does he have all the rest of his trades? I actually didn't see. Does
That
he have all the string?
does he really? Because his Bastion split would be a good 30, 40 seconds faster than Feinberg if he's actually just out.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
he's got 2 stacks of pearls. That would be insane.
yeah. Looks he has enough string. That's for sure. He has enough obby. Looks like only 12 pearls. Unless there's more in his inventory that I'm not seeing, but it looks like NiceTwice is also finding the spawner quite a bit faster as well. He entered in a better spot, but now finds it there. It's about 5 seconds back.
It's possible NiceTwice is task overlapping. He does have 10 obsidian. He can maybe go back and get more trades. The Bastion's only 2 pearl throws away, so maybe he's gonna go back. We'll see if he wants to get more pearls. I would think leaving on 12 is a bit risky as Feinberg trying to do a blaze bed here. Very nice. Feinberg's also on 5 RD. I don't know if he has a pearl hung back to his original portal. I didn't see that. That would probably be my preference of top play here. He might have gotten 20 obsidian from the Bastion, but they're so close to the original portal. I would probably just pearl hang back to my original portal once I'm done with blazes, unhang that pearl, and then get a distance estimate and an angle from the origin and exit that way. So we'll see. We'll see what nether travel technique they do. But as we've seen from most tournament settings nowadays, the biggest time saves, the most important way to save time in a tournament setting is your method of nether travel.
Oh yeah, 100%. I definitely think for NiceTwice that would be the preferred play. I mean, with only 12 pearls, you really don't want to be pearling out too far into the nether to try to do a blind. It would make a lot more sense to maybe risk 1 pearl to pearl hang back to your original portal and then try to blind with the angle. For Fine, though, he has quite a lot of, I mean, I think he has about 25 pearls, so that's, more than enough to kind of play around with, and he has, good food for now as well. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how that works. Because as you said, nether travel is so important, and it may or may not be different strategies that we see here. It's hard to see, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, both runners about to finish up here. Feinberg on 6 rods. Definitely want to stay for at least a 7th in a tournament setting. The eye pops will be standardized between the players, but you never know. Yeah, and as we see, Feinberg doing the play that I think is optimal here. Pearl hanging back to his initial portal, whereas NiceTwice is going to have to get back here, and NiceTwice doesn't want to use any extra pearls. He's 1 pearl throw away from his portal. Is he actually going on 12? That is a risky,
I guess he
ballsy
has
play.
to. Yeah, I mean, he could go back for the pearls, but, we know against Feinberg it's going to be pretty, like, you're going to have to play very fast if you want to really have a chance. Unless, Fein were to die, which does not look terribly likely at this moment, unless he pulls off one of his famous throws at the end. But...
Oh, yeah, no, Feinberg dying towards the end of a run? No, that would never happen.
No, I don't think so. Sorry, yeah, I misspoke.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was up against Feinberg, I'd be like, yeah, maybe I just bank on him dying because I don't know if I could beat him in a straight up 1v1. But NiceTwice actually playing, doing the exact opposite, going risky, only going with 12 pearls and 12 blaze powder, and actually making up a lot of time because of it. Like literally, he's made up a ton of time. He entered another slower. Of course, he can't pearl around though now, which is a real big bummer. If he only had a couple more pearls, I think he'd be good, but literally 0 pearls to throw. That kind of stinks.
Yeah, it's definitely, and it looks like both of their first eyes broke as well with the standardized eye break rates. Oh, and listen, nope, yeah. So, but NiceTwice also going a little bit further back than Fine did in that same cave to hit his blind, so we'll see how the blinds compare, although Fine is already digging down. So yeah, it looks like they actually were spawned in pretty similar spots in the overworld. So it does look like Feinberg will enter the stronghold first at really sub 10 pace, but with such a good seed, it's not so surprising.
Yeah, and I mean it, Feinberg playing a little riskier, entering the nether with less stuff. Usually you will be ahead most of the run, but it can come down to the end fight. And here we see Feinberg
It is
bring
a
in
zero eye.
it's a zero eye. So NiceTwice actually doesn't have enough, right?
Yeah, unfortunately not, because his first eye is broken.
Wow, but
Um, so we'll have to
yeah.
see. I mean, if Fine were to die, it could make things a little bit more even, but it's definitely not necessarily. If I were the bookmaker, I'm not betting on that.
And yeah, I mean, this is where the riskier minimalist play would uh, show the difference in strategies. Feinberg should have less materials to kill the dragon here, but looks like he's totally fine. I mean, he got less planks, he got less beds from the village, but he has 5. He's got a pearl. He's not doing half bow, which in tournament setting we know is a lot safer, but he is just going to wait for this perch. And I do see questions. Is there a dragon force perch in this data pack? There is not. Which I think is a good choice. I don't allow the dragon. I don't like the dragon force perch. Takes away from some of the cooler, more interesting strategies. And so, NiceTwice does have a bow, but unfortunately, I mean, this could be a situation where we see NiceTwice come in and use half bow and have a better perch, but he needs an extra eye. Anyways, he's got to go
And
back to
Fine hits the perch as well.
Fine gets a pretty average duration perch. Let's see if he can get the 5 beds. Looks good. Has a 4. Oh. Dang, as NiceTwice sees that he's 2 eyes short. Yeah, Feinberg is going to win. NiceTwice taking some risks to beat Feinberg into the end. Can't even get to the end portal room faster than Feinberg, and he's 2 eyes short. You would have to go back to the nether. Wow.
That was a very, very impressive first game, I think. And looks like there's a dungeon right inside the stronghold, which is funny.
This zombie's funny.
But yeah, I mean, that's definitely what you see is, NiceTwice had an extremely risky, extremely fast Bastion split. And it still was not quite enough to make up on the lead that Fine built. So it's definitely, it looks like Fine's gonna do one of his attempts. Maybe it's a good thing it's after the run's already over. But even with this risky play style, it was still not quite enough to beat Feinberg. I mean, he's very, very he's done it a lot. He plays very aggressively in pretty much every tournament he enters. So he's definitely used to that style of play, and it'll be interesting to see if that's able to be carried over to round 2, because that was a pretty nice nether for playing aggressively in terms of travel, in terms of distance between the bastion and the fortress. It's definitely another that opens itself up to playing aggressively, as we saw both players doing it. But we'll see how this next seed looks.
Yeah, well, every tournament has its different style of what types of seeds, what difficulty, if things are obvious, if there's low food, stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll get a handle on what these tournament seeds are going to be like. This first one, pretty kind, pretty gentle, pretty much one of the nicest seeds you can see in a tournament. Very cool. And yeah, I'm curious what you guys think of this first seed, the gameplay. Let us know, how are you feeling? You enjoying the show? I'm curious because we are just going to stay tuned here. We're not going to do a little break. We're just going to get the runners their next seeds. We're going to go straight into this. We'll just have a break after these runners are done with this match. So I'm curious what you guys think.
I know they're joking, but a lot of people are saying, did he just beat Minecraft in 10 minutes? And it is definitely worth pointing out to any viewers who may not be as familiar with Minecraft, is there's only one time so far in this category's history that's under 10 minutes, which is a 9:38, or is it 6? I don't remember if it retimed. But a 9:38 from Brentilda, so that's been the world record for about 3 to 4 months, and there's been a lot of new strategies developing, which we may or may not see here. I'm not sure if anybody necessarily wants to do, for example, axis calculated or chunculated or anything, because it would take a significant amount of time to set up. But because of that, there's been a lot of hype, and people are thinking maybe a world record will fall. Of course, these runs in this tournament will not count because of the standardized drop rates, and of course, the set seed. But
Yeah,
we're definitely
yeah.
interested.
Of course, when you're playing a seed and a data pack where you know the outcome is going to allow you to finish the seed, you play a lot differently. You can play a lot more aggressively and be absolutely sure that everything is going to be fine. So we expect to see really fast times with stuff like this. But while we have a little break, let's talk about a little charity. A big
Yeah.
point of the reason this is put on is the Urban Arts Partnership Program, the School of Interactive Arts, giving students a chance to work on arts and technology and video game development. Um, yeah, maybe lower income areas, getting those students involved so they can learn more. We could teach them more about video game development and get them into college programs so they can succeed in life. Pagman.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, through this program, through their School of Interactive Arts, they've been teaching a lot of kids. As you said, a lot of specifically low-income kids and specifically kids of color as well, which is really amazing. A lot of different skills through game design. So they serve students grades 6 through 12. They learn like creative skills and academic skills and career skills and even soft skills, which I don't necessarily know why they're called soft skills, because it's things like critical thinking, collaboration, creativity. I mean, those all sound like pretty good skills to me. But it's definitely super, super cool what they're doing to all these children, and we are so happy that they are supporting this tournament.
Yeah, very well said. And we're gonna get Feinberg is going into iPixel. This is one of the things about tournaments is sometimes you do little breaks in between seeds, but then you like lose viewership and people are like, oh, whatever, I'll just go away. So we're trying to keep it rolling here, and they should have the seeds shortly. But of course, Feinberg, got the Zoomer mentality. He can't not be playing Minecraft for a second. It got to be always doing something. And yeah, what was I gonna
No, he
say?
said
Oh,
save Feinberg for rank upgrade, so
there you
he
go.
is
Zoomer.
already, Zoomer mentality.
Oh, Feinberg also coming off of a hot win from yesterday at the Are You Smarter Than a Moderator HBG edition. Did
Oh,
you
he
guys
did.
see that on Fulham's channel yesterday?
I actually missed that because I was at work. But I heard either Riley and Feinberg won or Nolly and Curry. I'm not. What
I
exactly
haven't
happened?
actually. I watched the replay based the VOD, and I saw Feinberg and Riley do very, very well. So I think he also got some very easy questions. I'm gonna be honest with you. But
Yeah,
that's for another day. But Feinberg's got to be feeling confident after answering what was it, 11 trivia questions correctly with 3 lifelines yesterday. He's got to be feeling good.
yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
he answered 11 trivia questions, and then right now just won a sub 11 on the first seed of the tournament. So maybe it's his lucky number.
there you go. Yeah.
And he has 1110. I can't force that. He has 110 loot chests on Hypixel, but 110 starts with 11. Anyone? Any chatters? Nope. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never played Hypixel. I have no idea what's going on
Really?
with that. No, I'm
Wow.
very old. I'm very old.
You don't have the Zoomer mentality.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I watch like a documentary here and there. I don't know. I'm kind of boring.
I can feel
A
that. I like
speeder.
documentaries. I mean, if it counts as a documentary, it's actually kind of how I got into speedrunning was these, I don't know, documentary kind of, but summoning salt videos essentially. I'm
Mm,
sure the entire speedrun community,
yes.
everyone at GSA is, big summoning salt fan. Love summoning salt. So watching his, and games I've never even played because I have this mentality, um, are so interesting. We have a question from chat saying, is this SRG or are they playing them blind? So this is not SRG. They're not scouting these seeds. They are playing them blind. Obviously, they are, pre-selected to make sure that they are of a high quality for a tournament, but they will be playing them blind.
Yep. And this first one we saw was pretty nice. I am pretty involved with the seed finding and seed verifying world, I guess, in Minecraft tournament speedrunning. And so I know there's been a lot of development or recent advancements in the last month for seed finding tech because, man, I had to find a lot of seeds, and using the basic seed finding program, oh, it was 1 to 2 hours per seed, and my requirements were pretty lenient. So I mean, stuff like this just takes hours and hours. So shout out to the seed finding and seed verifying team real quick. Let's give a round of applause
Yeah,
for these people.
absolutely.
Hours and hours, even with new technology and programs, hours of work to get this stuff done. I'm hoping we see a little bit of variety here. That first one was, I think, a um, village 10 obby blacksmith. I already see a desert village booting up. Maybe we'll see some lava pools, which are very hard to seed find for. Some ruined portals, which sometimes don't spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some interesting structures. Um, we'll see if we have to E-ray for any bastions or use a PyDAR for any fortresses or something. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That first seed, set the tone for the rest of these. We'll see if they're all pretty good sub 11-minute seeds, as both runners are looking like they're ready to go here.
Yeah, definitely looks like they're loaded in. As you pointed out, there's a desert village, and so it's hard to imagine they won't probably just go for that unless there's like, I don't know, a giant completable ruin portal right behind them. But even then, I think most people in the tournament would most likely go for that village. As we saw in the last seed, Feinberg was purling around quite a bit, which is something NiceTwice was not able to do. But Fine, had all of the food from the village, and so it's definitely a big advantage if you want to play aggressively, ironically, to get more food. So yeah, both of them, as expected, are going to head to the village, although NiceTwice is going to get some wood first. Feinberg doing the riskier strat of getting just sticks from the dead bushes, which is interesting. And of course, a blacksmith. This time there's not 10 obsidian, there's 4. So it will be interesting to see how they attempt to enter, because it does not look like there's a very clear enter at this exact moment.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Feinberg going for the no tree start, just going here. I'm sure he recognized the backside of this blacksmith desert village. Even if he didn't, if he's looking around and seeing that there's no desert temple, no ruined portal, he knows it's a tournament seed. There must be a way to get 7 iron in the overworld in order to finish the seed. I mean, more likely than not. So he's thinking, well, if I only see a village, that means there has to be a blacksmith. Recognizes the blacksmith house, gets sticks from the ground. There are very commonly crafting tables in the village. So yeah, I mean, it's I guess pretty standard play, but I would have preferred to get trees first, like NiceTwice, and end up at the village. But risky play, as we see
Yeah.
Feinberg do. So he's gonna get all of his iron, all of his food, all of his beds, and then find a source to enter the nether. I'm guessing lava pool.
That's, I think, probably the assumption. It'll be interesting to see if they try to run through the desert to spot a lava pool, or maybe if they dig down. But yeah, fine. As both of them actually, in fact, getting food here, definitely a play you want to make if you expect to be purling. But yeah, let's try to see if we can spot a lava pool.
Yeah, let's. I mean, I like to put myself in the mindset of the seed finders. We know that there has to be a source of 7 iron, gravel, and a nether entry. Rune portals would usually be pretty obvious. If rune portals are in the desert, most of the time they're buried. So my guess is there's going to be a lava pool within 100 blocks of my spawn position. So I see Feinberg going back to his spawn position. I see NiceTwice, I think at a different
Another
village. NiceTwice
village,
is miles away. Yeah, Feinberg spots the
but
other
there's a
village
lava
here.
pool.
There's the lava pool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So perhaps if one of them had actually noticed that village first and gone to it, it could have been a slight time save. But has Fine noticed the lava pool? I'm not quite sure if he has.
Yeah, I mean, he knows there should be another entry within about 100 blocks. It'd be mean to not give the runners
Yeah.
any another entry. It is possible. We've seen tournaments with different ways to handle world generation. If you give the same players the same world file, it is guaranteed to spawn the same lava pools, ruin portals, stuff like that within the spawn blocks. If the players are generating the seeds like this on their own, it is possible a lava pool or a ruin portal will actually spawn for one player, but not the other. Not super likely, but it's definitely happened almost every tournament. So I
Yeah.
hope Feinberg's lava pool actually did spawn. He just missed it in the plains here. It was a little bit hidden, but he should know that within 100 blocks of his spawn, which this lava pool is, there should be a pool. So I hope it spawned for him, and he's just going somewhere else for fun.
Oh,
He does
he's going
spot.
for Ruin
Yeah,
Portal, in fact, but is it
it looks
unbeatable?
usable. Yeah.
And yeah, with the 4 obby, I guess he's able to use it. So that's interesting. So it's almost a plan for. In fact, they're really Feinberg's gonna be entering first because NiceTwice had to wood light or carpet light even. So that's just very funny. Feinberg deciding to just run a casual marathon and they still enter right about the same time,
Now
but
we,
completely different
yeah,
spawns.
yeah, we
So
see.
NiceTwice a much better spawn.
Mhm.
It does look like he's able to see the bastion and the fortress. Ooh, some little falls, but oh, actually, Feinberg also has a bastion as well.
Yeah, I mean the benefit of taking the intended nether spawn, as I'm sure NiceTwice knows it is he gets the intended view of where the seed finders looked at the seed. So he knows he'll probably have some information about where the fortress is as well from up here. Whereas Feinberg spawned in a ravine, he got lucky and barely sees the corner of this bastion. So he knows where the bastion is. We might actually see some Pydar to see where the fortress is. That would be cool.
That would be
From
definitely
Feinberg.
super cool. I do think, yeah, I think unless I was mistaken, the fortress was visible from where NiceTwice spawned, but yeah, Fine will probably have to Pydar. Or maybe see the corner of it again, who knows. But both of them in the Bastion, although they have not started their trades yet. It's obviously the setup is happening.
Looks like another stables, giving him two stables back to back. We saw a good gap on the last one. This is double bad gap?
Double bad?
No, no. Does
I
Feinberg?
hope not.
Okay, okay. It's a good gap on the right.
Okay.
Feinberg just has a different hole that he dug that I don't use. So, okay. Good gap on the left. I saw triple at the top at least. So they do have more gold at the top if they need it.
For anyone in the chat who's not super familiar, there are 4 types of bastions, and the stables one is notoriously, if you get it in a random seed run, it is kind of infamous for being inconsistent. Is there are gaps in the bastion, and sometimes they're good, which means they have gold and a place to trade, and sometimes they're bad, which means they don't. And so to give player a double bad gap stables would be pretty unfortunate. It will be very difficult to get the trades needed from a double bad gap stables.
And Babu, you're just predicting the future. You literally said maybe Feinberg will get lucky and see the corner of the fortress. The only position leading away from outside of this bastion, Feinberg goes out and sees the corner of the fortress. Never punished. Feinberg always just sees what he needs to see to finish the run. Wow, incredible.
No, I mean, he probably thinks he made the right play. Honestly, he probably thinks the Ruin Portal was like the correct spawn, which is super funny. Because so far though it's not serving him wrong. I mean, he has the pearl hang to the fortress. It's probably going to get some extra pearls here. He gets quite a bit of pearls actually, so he should be good. I didn't see his string, but I'm assuming that. Sorry, someone in chat just said, how did he know where all the gold blocks are? Gold blocks, I mean, obviously, well, no one knows, but gold blocks are standardized in the Bastion for anyone who's not quite aware, so...
Look, 1 year ago, I was getting that question in my chat all the time.
Man, I'm a Curryway mod. I still get that question quite a lot.
Like, how are you taking where the gold blocks are? You're cheating. I was like, no, they're just always here, dude. I'm telling you, bastards are good. They're always here. Anyway, Feinberg somehow 7 minutes in
through the fence. Did I see that right?
Yeah.
Something weird happened.
And NiceTwice also up here at the fortress.
So eerily similar to last seed is they're both entering the fortress at about the same time, but in completely different places. And so it'll be very interesting. I keep saying interesting. I'm so sorry. It'll be very fascinating to see how they do it. It does look like NiceTwice has found the spawner, but of course Feinberg finds the other spawner immediately afterwards because he is not punished. So again, a very close. It might come down to the end game. In this case, NiceTwice has decided to wait for more pearls, and it does have about the same number. So
Yeah, and I think both runners went a little quick on getting beds from the village. They went a little aggressive and didn't get that many. So I see 9 wool in NiceTwice's inventory. I think I see one blue bed and maybe one white. So I think he might only be on 5.
I have, yeah.
I don't know if there are any anchors. So NiceTwice has opted not to do a blaze bed. He's also in a partially exposed around lava spawner. So I don't hate this play. Going up against
Uh,
Feinberg.
Although he
He
may
may
or
have
may not be
4.
doing a blaze, but now he crafted his beds.
I think he's only got
Um,
4.
his does he have
No
any
glowstone.
anchors?
No glowstone. Yeah, NiceTwice is
Yeah.
just on 4.
So he
And
will not
so
be able to blaze bed.
yeah, and Feinberg finding an enclosed spawner, so that lets him play as aggressively as he wants with the blaze fight because none of those rods are going to be dropping into lava. Even if you get hit, you're still going to stay on there. So Feinberg also has
Quite a lot of beds. He
6
has 6
beds.
beds, and
Yeah.
he already blaze bedded, so he had 7.
Mhm.
I guess
Yeah.
that's interesting. Did NiceTwice just leave the Bastion earlier? Because I thought that he entered first, but it might have taken him. Fine might have had actually a slight advantage in the angle that he entered the Bastion to be able to not to get to the good gap faster.
Yes.
According to the
As
official Minecraft guide to kill the dragon, you need a full set of diamond enchanted armor and a sword. Hope that helps.
you do. You should also enchant
Yeah.
your bow. You definitely need a bow and about 2 stacks of arrows. You should enchant your bow with God, what are bow enchantments? I'm
Like
trying to sound
power.
some power. Is that a good one? Punch is a bad
I
one, right? That's like
punch is yeah,
knockback.
punch is like knockback.
Why is knockback even in this game?
I I don't
Like
know. I mean,
sweeping edge and stuff? I don't get the enchantments.
swimming is alright. It does look
Is
like
it?
fine is already it's good for XP for Enderman farms. That's about it. Fine already blinding. Looks like he's doing an angle check here, so he's doing this to figure out where the stronghold is through triangulation. Because you throw one ender eye, you throw the other ender eye, and they draw 2 different lines, and where they intersect should be the stronghold. So he actually very much hits the blind and is already digging down.
What?
Yeah,
Huh?
that was wow.
Hello? What did I just see?
This
He
man,
did. He didn't do axis calculated. He didn't
he
even
didn't
30
do any
FOV. He just knew he hit the. Was that a blind? There was no educated there, right?
I don't think no, he didn't educate. It was just a blind. Oh,
Is there divine? Did I
my
miss a
God.
divine?
No, there was no Soul Sand Valley. And especially not where Feinberg spawned in the middle of a ravine.
Something just happened. There was either a divine or because okay, Feinberg's typical method is either educated, which you don't need to do access calculated from your original educated portal because it's so far. The estimate
Did
is less accurate, but
Did he
he
go back to his original and I just like
I don't think
was
he
talking
did.
about potion effects? I think he
It's
just
a
hit the
pure
blinds.
blind, but usually when he blinds, he does an accurate distance estimation, either with access calculated
Yeah.
or he'll 30 FOV to get precision. He just threw 2 eyes
Even this
without
is
30 FOV.
blinds.
It looked like he knew that he was close, but how did he
Well,
know?
apparently he got a 13-degree angle change. So he knew once once he went through the portal, but yeah, I mean that was just wow. That was really like I don't know what to say. That was super impressive.
I mean, he did distance estimate through 3 eyes, but he didn't FOV it. It's like he knew where it was already.
To be fair, I mean you don't necessarily need to like FOV if you have a 13-degree angle change. Like
Well, it's you would do
it's
it 30
close.
FOV on the first angle. That's why I'm
That's
confused
true.
because
Yeah,
every
he didn't-
tournament
no.
play we've seen Feinberg do, he always 30 FOVs on the first throw. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
curious why he didn't make that decision here. So either way, pretty good stronghold nav. Only took him maybe 30 seconds. He's in the end. He
And
does
already
have
has
a
the
bow and arrow, but
bridge.
he's just doing.
One time he did do the half bow strat, so NiceTwice. Well, last time was in the portal room when Feinberg finished. This time will not even be in the stronghold. It's fine. Please no. Is he? He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
Wow.
Fine will take the first and the second match. Evan, yeah, as Evan points out, he does not have 20 obby because he wasted 4 completing the portal because he did not notice that lava pool that he is now able
Yeah.
to notice in spectator, but that would have saved even more time.
Yeah,
If he had
Feinberg. Yeah, he knew. He knew because he had to travel pretty far from that room portal. There should have been another entry right there. Oh, there's a 5 diamond temple. I didn't see that.
temple. I didn't either.
Oh. Oh yeah, I think maybe he spotted it right off the bat. It was a bit far. Desert temples, even if they give you like 5 diamond and a enchanted golden apple, sometimes it's not even worth it, to be honest.
Actually, is that a different bastion? I think that was.
I don't know. It's possible.
I couldn't quite. Yeah, Feinberg got that time with terrible luck. Yeah, no, horrible luck. Terrible luck, definitely.
Yeah, well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the first match. That was over pretty quick. 10xx and 12xx coming out from Feinberg. I guess we should have grown to expect this. Standard tournament play from Feinberg. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And again, stay tuned. This action is going to be going on for the next 5 days and then continuing the weekend after that. And after that, and after that. And this tournament will go on forever. And we'll have a million games and everyone will be happy and love it. After this, we'll be seeing Doug versus Cube versus Doug. That's going to be pretty sick.
Yeah, Cube versus Doug will be crazy. And that one is, I believe, set to start at 2:30 EST. So in just about 45 minutes from now. And so we hope you guys will stick around for that one as well. Not sure if we'll see a less punished run than that one that Feinberg just gave us, but maybe we will. I don't know. I mean, if the tournament goes on forever, then technically at one point there will be a perfect run because infinity. I don't know. I learned all of my infinities about John Green. I'm not good at math.
I mean, Doug the Pig just got a 12xx, I believe, RSG run, a PB.
Yeah, 1249, I want to say.
A couple days ago. So, I mean, if we look at Feinberg's PB and Doug's PB, then Doug should be hitting sub 10s in this tournament, probably every seed. So, Cube also is one of the best tournament runners we've seen. Always getting in top 3 usually in the tournaments Cube plays in. So that's going to be
if we look at
an insane one.
PB
And then
PB,
after that,
Doug
Moly
should be
G
hitting
versus
sub 10s
Minecraft
in this
Avenger is going to
tournament,
be at
probably
4 p.m. EST. I will be back to commentate that one with Ready Band. So that'll be
commentators for the next for the Cube versus Doug match are Spice Trash and of course former world record holder himself, the Sizzler, will be commentating. So is there a double audio? I think there was for a little bit, but I do think it's fixed. So don't worry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, unless we got anything else from production we need to cover, that was a pretty fun match. I enjoyed being here. Fun start to the GSA tournament, and yeah, I'll see you guys around for the next matches.
Yeah, definitely. Both of us will be commentating some other matches throughout the weekend, and hopefully as the weeks go by. So stay tuned.
Oh, NiceTwice is in the booth. Wait a minute, maybe we're sticking around. Interviews. Hello, NiceTwice. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, we just saw those 2 matches. We're talking about it in between and stuff. So I guess we're doing a little bit of a post-game interview. But first things first, I guess, how did you feel about the seeds, the tournament setting in general?
The seeds were pretty good. When I saw Hoglin Stables, I thought just to go for the high roll, and especially on the first seed, it looked like it was supposed to gonna work out with the 4 gold blocks in there, and of course the triple chest loot. And I mean, I just had everything, and I thought I just have to try it to go for no eye breaks so I can enter, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, no, your Bastion split actually, I'm assuming, well, I know you haven't been able to see Feinberg yet, but your Bastion split on that first seed was about 30 to 40 seconds fast on his, thanks to that high roll. But yeah, unfortunately, the eye breaks did not work out in your favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think you entered another maybe 40 seconds slower than Feinberg, but you made up that time at the Bastion, so it was pretty neck and neck. I think the The lack of pearls, though, was a little tough. You couldn't do pearl travel, so lost some time there. And we also have Feinberg in the booth joining us. What's up, Feinberg?
Sorry, I missed that. Wait a sec.
GG, fine.
GGGG.
So, fine, I have to ask. So, you ran about 300 blocks probably to that ruined portal, way in the mesa, and we're not punished at all for it. You Bastion right there, Fortress is right there. And I don't know if you know this, but NiceTwice actually found the lava pool and had a different Bastion, I believe, same Fortress, and you guys actually had very similar splits up until that end game. So, how do you feel about that? Just that the very different enters.
Different Bastion is interesting. It's probably the same Bastion, just like a different enter. But
It might have been. I'm not a speedrunner.
yeah, I don't know. It's like, cause like every tourney seed I play, I always look for like, okay, like what do they want us to do? Cause like tourney seeds, like at least with the amount of tourneys I've played, it's like there's generally like an intended route. Like, and obviously in the first seed, it was very obvious, like build a portal with the 10 obby that you have, right? Like no one's looking for a lava pool when you get that blacksmith. So like on this seed, I get 4 obby. I'm like, okay, I have 5 iron, like kill the golem, but then like, what do I do? Like, where's the enter? And I saw a lava pool near this temple when I was at the blacksmith. Then I was routing the village, and I was gonna go to this lava pool, and I was like, okay, I need gravel. So I went over to this river for gravel, and I'm just chilling around like I'm always in at 5, and I saw a room portal, and I was like, okay, this is hanging. There's lava here. And I'm like, maybe they want us to get looting 3. I was like, because I was like, I think this lava pool is like a little closer because I have to go get these trees, and then this lava pool is a little closer. So like that'll be a little faster. But I was like, if there's looting 3 in here and I don't go, I'm gonna lose. So I went, and it was sharpness 5. But like that was my thought process. I was like, there's something in here potentially. So yeah, and then I guess it just happenstance that like it was weird. I saw this like basalt, and I was like, okay, that's a basalt pillar, pretty cool. I checked my Y level, it was like 93. I was like, huh, that's probably the Bastion. And so it was, I guess, a little convenient that the portal spawned me there. Like I don't know where the desert lava pool would put you, maybe like a worse spot or something. But yeah, I just thought, you know, looting 3, you can't pass that up potentially. Like I think it was probably a little bit of a time loss because I saw a lava pool in the desert that was like close to my trees, but I was willing to take it.
Yeah, we weren't sure if you saw the lava pool. I thought you were just wandering around and got lucky maybe. But yeah, the lava pool spawned you kind of above everything. So you got a good view of the different regions where the fortress could be. So we thought maybe that would be an advantage, but you just peeked out the back of the stables and fortress was right there. So it was pretty convenient.
Yeah, because I dug into this buried stables. I was like, okay, what is going on? Like, where am I? And I read the gap, and I'm like, okay, let's see if I can get a view from the back while they're trading. And the fortress is just right there. I was like, okay, sick. So it worked out pretty well still, yeah.
I got a question for you about this second seed nether travel, my guy. You come out. Did you blind? Okay, first, did you blind?
Yeah, I'm blinded.
Okay, you blinded. And every time I see Feinberg in a tournament seed, he throws the first eye, 30 FOVs it goes to the side, 30 FOVs, and does the other one for distance estimate. Brother, you just threw 2 eyes, and your third one just went down. It was like 2 chunks away. What happened?
Okay, so I wanted to get 20 obby, and I think I messed up when I was at the Mesa. I saw there was no crying, and I had 4 obby from the blacksmith. I was like, I'm not wasting time doing this whole lava pool setup. That's like blocks. That's like 20 seconds, 15 seconds. I'm like, screw that. I'm just gonna put them down, like the old Setsi days, and go in. And then I read at the Bastion, and I didn't like check every single chest. Okay, yeah, there's like 5 obby. I'm flying around right now. There's like 5 obby in this double that's buried. But like out of the accessible chests, there's like 10 in here. Yeah, okay, so I would have been able to get 20. But out of the accessible chests, like I had the pearl hang set up to the fortress out of the back, and I was like, because at 14 obby, I was like, can I dig through these ramparts that I don't even know what they are, and then like maybe get obby and maybe not, or do I just blind and I had like a stack of pearls and just hope it was close? And I was like, well, I'm up 1-0, I can just whiff a blind and like run it back on the 3rd seed. So when I blind in tourneys, and even like I try to like do the 30 FOV thing if I know I can like hit the stronghold, but if I'm just like distance estimating because it's like RTA, I think it's just faster. So I built a portal here at the spawner, and I'm like, okay, it's like, I don't know how you reasonably get 20 obby on the seed, like through playtesting. Like maybe they want us to dig through the wall, but I'm thinking I'm like maybe, like it can't be an awful blind, right? Like maybe they wanted us to purling at our portal, but like from my enter, my portal was in like a super inaccessible spot from the fortress. Like I would have had to build up the bastion again. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna blind and see what happens. I threw a pearl like to this plains to distance estimate better. And it was like -4 the first angle, so I do 4 jumps. So I was like, okay. And the second angle was -17. So I was like, all right. They definitely blind was like a good decision. And yeah, I guess I just do my third one after one pearl. I went straight to.
Yeah,
So,
NiceTwice.
definitely not
had a
tourney
shot.
safe. Yeah, not tourney safe. But like,
Yeah. Because I mean, you guys were on pretty similar pace the whole time, but I mean, just hitting the blind literally like 50 blocks away or whatever. You're like one pearl throw away, and then I went
literally
down.
40.
Just like,
Yeah, I pearled
Oh.
away from the stronghold, like doubled my distance away from it with one pearl. Stupid.
wow.
So I guess I just got lucky. Force and CD.
Yeah, I mean, that's all the questions I got. If we got any more, I know we got the next run starting in about 10 minutes here, I believe.
Yeah. I had a question, but my question is, what is my question? Because I forgot my question.
Oh no.
Yep.
I guess
Any, like-
Feinberg had. Sorry, you go ahead if you got one ready.
Oh no, no. I was just gonna say, like, kind of any general thoughts on the tournament. Excited for the next couple of rounds.
I think it'll be fun. Seeds are good. Playable, you know. That was good. That's fun. Things went well.
Yeah,
complaints.
they've been pretty nice so far. It's been pretty smooth. Okay, yeah, we'll ask a few more questions here, but yeah, I don't know. It was interesting on the first seed. NiceTwice went for a high roll route, and I think Feinberg, you went for the lower good gap stables route. I guess NiceTwice, now knowing the overview of the seed, would you still go for a high roll route like that in a tournament setting? I mean, I know you only got 12 pearls, but
Yeah,
in
100%.
general, you would do
100%,
that?
especially
Yeah.
against Feinberg. I mean, I need to gain some time somewhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's totally fair.
I didn't even know there was a triple chest. I just like,
Yeah,
when I see bastions, like, I mean, in tournaments, like, I try to play safe as possible. Like, and obviously that's contradictory because I literally just blinded in the last seed, but like, I play like reasonably safe. But yeah, it's like, it's not a wrong play to go for the high roll. Like, because if you hit the high roll, like a majority of your opponents are gonna play for the safe thing. So then, bam, there's your time save, right? And if it's seed 1, like you can run it back. So like, it's definitely not the wrong play. It's just like playing different. It's like half bow versus instant purge and attorney, right? It's like obviously instant purge is faster, but half bow is more consistent. Same thing with like routes and stuff.
Yeah, actually, that's an interesting question. Is I know you said you were kind of planning to run back seed 2 on seed 3. You didn't necessarily expect the really good blind. Were you expecting to win the second seed?
When the eye curved 16 degrees, yeah, but like I thought my overworld was slow because I ran to this room portal that didn't have looting 3, and I was like, shit, there goes all my time save. Like I was trying to get like a 20-second blaze split by sacrificing my overworld.
I lost a lot of time on the second seed as well because I didn't know where to get a flint and steel. I used wool from sheep to light my portal.
Yeah, you guys actually entered right around the same time. Pretty much within about 5. I think actually Fine might have entered first by about 5 seconds. It was very, very close.
There's like some, I mean, the gravel wasn't, I guess, the right way unless you like psycho the room portal like I did. Like there's like a river next to the mesa that I found gravel in.
Yeah, I didn't see the ruin portal. I went into the complete other direction.
No, I think you definitely had like the more intended enter, considering there wasn't looting 3 like that. The room portal was like barely in my render. F5, like I was already committed to the river. It was very far. But I was holding out.
With that, I think we're ready to go to a quick intermission. We're gonna get ready for Cube versus Doug the Pig. That's gonna be commentated by Sizzler and Spice Trash in a bit. So, chat, stick around in 5 minutes or so. We will be right back. I'll see you later, chat.
Yeah. See you guys later. Thanks. a great first round.
Yeah, jeez.